Wexford Hockey Club was founded in 1948. It's a great history by Patrick Berry from Pearsestown. He wrote about hockey in Rosemount, and that was Wexford Hockey Club. But in the 1960s, late 50s, they amalgamated with the Green Hills, which were also in Wexford. And I suppose that's where Wexford Hockey Club have come now, that we're using the green of what was Green Hills. There was an amalgamation of maybe 2 or 3 clubs within Wexford at that stage. Where the new courthouse is in Wexford used to be an old boarding school, and they used to travel up to the racecourse. There was a hockey pitch in the middle of the racecourse that they played on up there as well. I suppose we as a club have a long establishment with Loreto, and we're here in Loreto up in Pembrokestown in their new school.
We have 2 teams in the clubs, so it's our ladies first and our ladies seconds. We're playing a considerably tough league for us, but we're about a year ahead of where we would want to be. So we've come from 6 when we joined Leinster from South East, and now we're in 2. Effectively, so we're upwards, I suppose, is the trajectory.
My mum played hockey in Dublin with Monkstown, and she started me playing hockey with a few girls from Glyn. There's a good few of us who play. We all started together in 2nd class. I'm in 5th year in Loreto, Wexford, and this is my first year playing in goal for the first team. I started playing in goal because I played in goal for Camogie, and goal seemed fun, and kind of never really looked back since. I'm lucky because I have the advantage that Dave is also a keeper. He plays for Ireland's Masters team. From goal, I can see everyone on the pitch. I can tell exactly what's going on, and I kind of like it because it really helps with my understanding of the game. So obviously, playing in goal, you have to talk to loads of people and you have to tell them what to do. And I quite enjoy that because it really helps me understand the game.
I'm in 5th year and I go to school in Closhfreed. I have been playing hockey with Wexford Hockey Club since 2nd class, and I started playing hockey because my mum plays hockey for Wexford as well, and she's a coach for the underage as well and still plays with Wexford Seconds. Sometimes when the Wexford Firsts and Wexford Seconds play a friendly match, my mum's in backs and I'm in forwards, so it's interesting.
I'm 16 years of age. I go to Mansfield Gorman now. I just moved this year from Kilkenny College. We played a lot of hockey there. We had really good coaches like Ross Harding and Richard Willis and Elmer Dewell. They brought me up all the way from 1st year to 3rd year, and I started in playing hockey in 2nd class, and I've been on the Leinster South squad for under 16 and under 18, and I really enjoy it there. So we're training all over Leinster every week, so that's really good. It's really good. So we have interpros in the next few weeks' time. And I played tennis in Wexford Harbour Boating Tennis Club as well. The hand-eye coordination from hockey and tennis transfer to each other, so that helps a lot, especially in the forwards when shooting on goal. The hockey game is a lot faster now. There's a lot more aerial play and 3D skills and everything like that.
Wexford Hockey Club are very proud to boast that we had former Irish captain Linda Caulfield as a past member of the club. She went on to play under 16, under 18, and then went on to play senior ladies, and then finally captained the Irish team for quite a number of years.
On Saturday we're in Skerries against Skerries First, which is our furthest distance. But after that, we would be playing mostly Dublin-based teams. Our biggest rivals in South East were always Kilkenny, and Kilkenny are in the league. The goal for us has to be in that division next year, where we can build the young players we've got that can come through and get a year under our belt. We've had a bit of a culling, I suppose, in that we had with COVID, we held on to a lot of players, but I'd say we've lost 8 or 9 players to college. So it's a question of getting players back. And we're hoping, therefore, to get a couple of bodies in to recruit. I had a couple of good calls today that I'd be optimistic about.
We played our club hockey in Spowell Road, and there was no light facilities there, so we used to, I suppose, travel around different locations. We went to Gorey under lights there. We actually travelled to Rugby Club in Waterford under lights down there. We travelled to Curracloe to play in the grit pitches out there, Castle Bridge, and we even used to train under the lights in the old cinema. So we have meandered around the place over the years. In 2007, prior to 2007, we would have had to play our cup matches on AstroTurf surfaces. So our home pitches used to be in Newtown in Waterford and in Lochboy in Kilkenny. In 2007, the Astroactive in Enniscorthy was built, and we were delighted to only have to travel 20 minutes, half an hour for our home pitches and home training up in Enniscorthy. We were still kept our close contact with Loretto Wexford in the hope that these facilities would arrive here quicker than they did, as I'm sure the school were hoping for their new school to come on board. We arrived in here, we had a brief visit here in 2019 where we had 3 months on the pitch here before some work had to be done on the pitch. And then COVID hit, so that kept us away for another little while. And we got back here in April of this year for some underage training. And we're delighted to be back in this season, 2021-2022, where we'll be playing in our home pitch. And great relationship with Billy O'Shea and the Board of Management here at the school. I'm delighted to be having the facilities here.
We are very much promoting girls in sport, but it's sport for all, so we cater for all standards. We do have elite teams that go on and girls that go on to represent South East and South Leinster on teams, but that's not just what it's about. We're about sport for all and all of the girls participating, learning the skills of hockey, but most importantly having fun.
Coaching is very important to us, but coaching from both myself and I know for Ivana and from the lady seconds is about both the players feeling that they're being challenged, but that they feel it's a welcoming place and that it's an age thing, because the reality for Wexford is you have two groups. You have very young players and you have senior players, and with very little between 23 and 30.
I play with the Wexford Seconds. We train here at Loretto. It's quite a lot when we're training with camogie as well. Like sometimes you're coming straight from matches, but you just have to do your best. And they're completely different sports, but they're really similar in certain ways. So they help each other out. But hockey's a lot different because it's a bit more technical, not to offend any GA people. But you have to think a little bit more and set up, and it's on the ground, which is a lot different.
I started playing back in second class in primary school, and I've never stopped. I've loved it ever since. I'm playing with the Wexford Seconds here, and I also play camogie, and this year with COVID we found it a bit hard since the seasons are overlapping, but we love coming out here to play every Tuesday, and every Saturday we'll have a match, and we're hoping to maybe play with the first at some point, always trying our best.
We both play camogie, and sometimes we'd have to play against each other, and we'd be from quite rival teams. She's from the Martins and I'm from Glenbarnstown, so we kind of have a lot of vendettas against each other. We were just playing a match actually about an hour ago, and we won't say how the score went, but now that we got here we're just on the same team, same goals, and we get on really well.
The Wexford Junior Hockey Club was established going back to 2003-2004, and there was a few people involved back then. Myself, Deirdre Colfer, a lady called Gillian Murphy or Gillian Ryan, and she would have been one of the instigators in the setting up of the club as well. At the moment the club starts at under 8s, so we have under 8s, under 10s and under 12s in the junior section. We would have 25 under 8s, we would have about 50 under 10s, and we're actually reached maximum capacity at the under 12s with 60. And it's a great way for girls to maintain their fitness. It's a great social sport.
Kay Gann has been a major inspiration for both of us, I'd say. We've been training with her since as long as I can remember, and she's just an amazing coach, and she's been great for Wexford Hockey, just such an influence on us since the start.
She's just been amazing. She kind of, from when we were young, she's just kind of grown with us, And as we've got older, she's been able to train us in different ways and kind of bring us on with whatever we needed at the time. She'd just show us how to play and kind of made us who we are today.
Kay is just unbelievable for her age. I mean, she could come out here and play against us and we wouldn't stand a chance against her. Always able to demonstrate to us the things that we can't even do ourselves, and she's just amazing.
Kay's 2 daughters, Dara and Tricia, they're both coaches with our underage kids, and 8 of her granddaughters are involved with the club as well. So that's, if you do the math, you have a full team, 11 hockey players. So we'll get them out one day, the Gans against a club team.
A club is only as successful as the people that are involved in it, and Wexford Hockey Club are very lucky to have a very hard-working committee, a very dedicated bunch of players, excellent coaches, and on and off the pitch we're always there for each other, and it's why so many of us are still playing, and it's why hockey is for life.